Hey there, my name is David, and we are in the live room of my East Des Moines project studio, and I can see that I am wearing a purple shirt. So I think I'll go change into something else, and maybe you'll take me a little bit more seriously. Hey there, thanks for sticking around. For those of you that aren't interested in hearing me ramble on about my technique or the way that I approach recording drums, feel free to skip all the way towards the end of the video if you want to just see some I'll play some drums and I'll mix those that recording into it so you can hear the kind of sounds that I'm getting in this room. From what you can tell just by hearing my voice, there's obviously some reflection problems in this room. The room is heavily treated. There's a lot of homemade traps in here, but it hasn't eliminated all those reflections. It's a very difficult room to control for drums, so I do tend to use a lot of close miking when it comes to recording the drum kit, which I really enjoy, especially in post when I'm EQing, mixing, and editing. I feel like I'm more capable of getting those sounds that I'm looking for because I can manipulate each individual drum, which I really enjoy doing. As far as tuning goes, if anybody cares, to me it's absolutely essential. It's the most important thing you can do to get a really good drum sound. I'll try to put a URL link here for Bob Gadsden's instructional videos. I really enjoyed Bob Gadsden's videos. He's an Evans spokesman, so you have to take that into account. I do not use all Evans heads, but I do use EMAD 2s on my kick. I love the EMAD 2. I was a Remo man forever, then I moved to Aquarian Super Kicks, and these EMAD 2s to me are outstanding. He's got an awesome video on tuning that kick drum up right, using lowest possible pitch, which is real important, using the crinkle method on your batter head to find that lowest possible pitch. And then I have one of those Evans pillows in there to dampen it just a bit. It's one of the pillows that rests against the batter head, so every time that batter head gets hit, that pillow bounces off and then falls back and deadens the head. I use an Iron Cobra pedal. Most people probably don't care, but I like the Iron Cobra pedals. And then I have a DW hard beater on there. Gives my kick a little bit more attack. I like a little bit more attacky, a little more clicky. I feel like I can cut through the mix a little bit. Use an AKG D112 on the kick, and I generally put it inside or about a foot out. Generally inside in this room, obviously with the reflection in it, they get a lot of bleed when it's not inside of the drum. For overheads, I tend to use the AKG C414s. I'll rock Rode NT5s every now and then. I don't really use a stereotypical XY miking pattern for overheads, but there is definitely stereo imaging in the mix. I like those toms to move left to right or right to left, depending on what it is that I'm recording, and have those cymbals separated fairly well too, so you'll hear that stereo imaging on the sample I'll put up here in a moment. For snares, use those SM57s, the workhorse for the snare mic. Toms, I use Sennheiser E906s, which is maybe a little bit bizarre, but I enjoy the mics, especially for close miking because they have very little bleed, so you're getting a lot of tom in those mics, and that's it. I can't really think of anything else. I'll go ahead and play some drums here and mix it up. Obviously, mind you, the mix is coming. I'm using EQs, compressors, gates, limiters, all sorts of things on the actual process sound. So you're not really hearing what the drums sound like in this room, but you're hearing what I like to put down on a track. So I hope you enjoy it, and as always, feel free to contact me off this MySpace page, or my email is on here as well. I'm happy to talk about recording if you're interested in doing some recording. I'll rap with you about tuning drums or editing drums, recording in general. I love it, and thank you very much. Hey there. Just for a couple seconds, I'll play without the mics on. It's going to sound totally blown out and nasty, which is all right. And then we'll move on to actually using the mics. And here we are with the completely mic'd up kit.